My name is Maria Cristina Villaseñor. I'm the Programming Director of the New York International Children's Film Festival. First of all, thank you so much for joining us for this incredible premiere. Thank you so much to the creators for honoring us with this world premiere and being here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This film is extraordinary. It leaped out to us from the moment that we saw it. It's an amazing collaborative effort. And so we want to introduce everyone and talk a little bit about how it was made. We also, of course, want to give you, our treasured audience, the chance to ask your questions. So we have folks on either side of the aisles that will come out with mics to grab your questions. I'm just going to start out by introducing everyone and talking a little bit about the creation of this film. So first of all, I want to introduce the executive producer and showrunner, Washio Takashi.
Hi, I'm Shio. Thank you for watching the movies. It's so my pleasure. とても嬉しいです。
I'm so happy to be here.
Fantastic. And, of course, we want to introduce the legendary director, Nishio Daisuke.
ありがとうございます。とっても皆さん喜んでいただけてと思います。大変嬉しく思っております。
Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed watching this film.
And next, we'd like to introduce animation producer Nishikawa Kazuhiro.
作品流れてる間に笑っていただいたりとか温かく見ていただいてとても嬉しかったです。ありがとうございます。
I could tell that I was so heartened to see that you all laughed along with the movie, and I could see all of the warm faces and expressions on your face, and it really made me so happy. Thank you so much.
And now I'm very pleased to introduce from Korea, the award-winning author and original creator of Magic Candies, Heena Baek.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you. I am Heena. I'm a children's picture book maker.
Fantastic, thank you for being here. So I would love to start out talking about this collaboration. It's an extraordinary book. The images are so strong, it's a moving story, and you bring it to the screen in such an incredible way and add another dimension to it. Could you both tell me about how this collaboration started, how the idea of bringing the story to the screen came about?
.私の方からですね、素晴らしい原作を見つけたので、ぜひこれを映像化したいという話を、5 years ago、に、先生にお話をして、やっていいというお話をいただいたんで、監督にお話をして、進めたということで、ただ国も違うし環境も違う中での作品作りだったんで結構時間はかかりました。
So actually, if I could start off, I wanted to say that I found this wonderful book with such a strong story, and I immediately wanted to make an animation adaptation of it. Maybe 5 years ago it was. So I immediately contacted and spoke to Baek Sensei, and then when I got the green light, I then spoke to the director. But of course, we're in two different countries, and if you can imagine what happened in those 5 years, it was a rather challenging project to bring to fruition.
And if you'd like to speak to it from the creative side, I'm really curious about adapting a film to the screen.
はい。今日見てもらったね、マジックキャンディーズは CG、コンピューターグラフィックスで作られた映像ですけれども、我々もその CG のアニメーションを作る上でなんていうか温かみとかね、手触りがある感じの映像を普段から作りたいなと思ってる時にちょうどこのベック先生の「飴玉」っていう絵本がすごくぴったりマッチしてね、我々もいい作品が携わることできたなと思ってます。
So we are a production company that specializes in CG or computer graphics animation. And we were just at a point where we wanted to bring to screen something that had the warmth of a hand-drawn animation, yet was still made using CG. And then we found this book, which I felt was such a perfect match for our vision as well.
そうですね、作品を作るきっかけは、ね、今まで説明された通りなんですけれども、実際作品を見て、本当に大好きになったので、ぜひフィルム化したいというふうに思ったんですけど、ただすごく難しかったので、なんていうかな、いつも自分たちが使っている手法と、その絵本の世界観を壊さないように、いかにその映画、短編ですけど、短編の映画として仕上げていくかっていうのがすごく課題で大変でした。
So you've already heard the others speak about how the project came to be, but I also fell instantly in love with the book and really wanted to make it into a moving image instead of something that one just reads. And yet it was rather difficult given what we had already been making up until that point, because we wanted to absolutely preserve the worldview and the general ambiance of a picture book and yet still bring it to moving image. So we decided and ended up making it into a short, and this is the result.
Would you like to speak about this adaptation and how it feels to you to see this on the screen?
저는 그림책을 만들 때 독자들이 어떻게 느낄까, 어떻게 글을 즐겁게 만들 수 있을지, 그게 가장 큰 고민이고 중요한 포인트였는데, 그걸 다시 애니메이션으로 만들고 싶다는 토에이의 제안을 들었을 때 저 또한 관객으로서 이 작품을 보고 싶은 욕심이 더 컸던 것 같아요. 그래서 또 도에이 애니메이션을 많이 봐왔고, 충분히 정말 잘 만들어 주실 거라고 믿었기 때문에, 그리고 그 모든 과정에서 충분히 그런 존중과 섬세함을 느낄 수 있게 믿음을 주셔서 이렇게 작품을 탄생한 걸 보게 됐습니다.
When I create books, what I think that is most important is what readers think. I want to make them happy, and that's what I think is most important. And when Toei came to me with this offer, I was also a big fan of Toei animation, so I wanted to watch this book as an audience, and I trusted that Toei would be able to make it well, and I was able to trust them with my book.
Well, it's certainly a gorgeous collaboration, and all right, we want to hear from you. Talking couches, talking dogs, dads that maybe don't talk so much, Magic Candies. Who has questions? Raise your hands high and we'll come and get your questions. I see some over there. We're coming to you with a mic.
What was your inspiration for Magic Candies?
인스피레이션 어떻게 얘기를 해야 될까요? 영감 같은 거는 전혀 없고, 저는 일로서 했던 것 같아요. 솔직히 말하면 그 파트타임 잡으로 매일 일주일에 2개씩 이야기를 써야 했고, 그때 이제 두뇌를 쥐어 짜듯이 밤새 고민해서 나왔던 게 옛날 버전의 알사탕 이야기였습니다. 그 후로 좀 많이 바뀌었지만 그렇게 만들게 됐어요.
So to be honest, there was no inspiration at first. It was all work for me in the beginning. It started as a part-time job, and I had to write 2 stories per week. That was my job. So that's how the first version of Magic Candies came to be, but it did change a lot since then.
Yeah, in my case, the inspiration never comes to me, I have to squeeze my brain so that I come up with good ideas.
Love it. All right, got a question over here?
What inspired you to start your jobs?
Great question. What inspired you to start your jobs?
저는 이렇게 공부를 잘하거나 친구를 잘 사귀거나 그런 좀 똑똑한 아이는 아니었고요. 항상 혼자 놀고 혼자 그림 그리고 이야기를 만들면서 그렇게 지냈던 아이였는데 운 좋게도 그림책 작가라는 직업을 갖게 돼서 부족했던 게 오히려 저의 강점으로 됐던 것 같아요.
So when I was young, I wasn't that great in studies, or I wasn't that great in making friends, and I enjoyed being alone and playing by myself. And I made stories by myself, but I was very lucky to be able to become a storybook writer, and I think that my weak points when I was young has made me stronger into becoming a storybook maker today.
So 50 years ago, like your age, I saw many kind of pictures and so animation. So I don't forget that. It's my job's きっかけ動機なんてエモーション。
So what was it that you saw that inspired you so much?
No one knows. Mazinger Z.
Mazinger Z. Has anyone heard of Mazinger Z? Some of the characters?
Oh, yay! Oh,
I shouldn't have asked.
And we're going to ask you for more recommendations later. Okay, so let's ask for more inspiration.
自分も鷲尾さんと一緒でいろんな作品を子どもの頃アニメーション見たりとか、あとは10代後半に見た「バック・トゥ・ザ・フューチャー」とか「ターミネーター」とかそういう CG の作品を見て心が躍ってこの作品こういう仕事をし始めました。
Just like with Washio-san, I too watched lots of things growing up, and not just animation, but things that were live action but contained CG, like Back to the Future and Terminator. You guys know those?
Yeah.
冒頭に少し言葉ということで、それだけ言いますね。これから僕が言う皆さんの質問に対する答えは少しちょっと耳を壊すことになるかもしれないが、覚悟していただきます。
So I just want to start off with an apology because I'm afraid what I'm about to say might wreck your dreams.
そもそも映画を作ったりとかアニメーションを作ったりとかがしたくてこの職業に入ったわけではなくて、他に仕事がなかったし、OA 動画っていう会社が募集してたので、そこに試験受けて入りました。
So actually, I didn't go into movie making or anime making because I wanted to. I actually didn't have any other career options, and there was like this help wanted ad that Toei Animation put out, so I, signed up and got in.
そして仕事をしていく中で、その時に当然考えなければいけないこと、起こった問題について何とかしなきゃいけないこと、日々起こるいろんな事件に対して接しなきゃいけないこと、向き合わなきゃいけないこと、そういうのを自分なりに、真面目だとは思ってますけど、自分なりに一生懸命やってたらこんなんなっちゃいました。
So day by day, as I plodded along, working my job, I kept, realizing that I had to think about my future, there are all these issues that I had to face. And I tried to face them very seriously. At least I thought of it as myself thinking about this seriously. And then I turned around and here I ended up.
でそのね多分後から思うにその時も本当は思ってたんですけどそういうベースにあったものは鷲野君とか、テクさんもそうだし西川君もそうだけどちっちゃい頃から見て感動していたもの本絵本映画あとは舞台の芝居いろんな感動してきたものを自分の中に、覚えておいたのであるいは覚えていたぐらい素晴らしいものを思い起こしながらそう自分たちの先輩たちが作り上げてきたものを大きにしながら自分しかできない仕事のやり方をずっと見つけていくということができるかなと思います。
So just as the others all said, I'm pretty sure, and I realized this too, that I was influenced by all the things that I had experienced and watched and listened to as a child, whether it was books, picture books, movies, the theater, classical theater, animation, and I look back and drew inspiration from them, but also the works of my immediate predecessors, and carved my own way out of that.
それとそういうことをベースにしながらも職場の人と議論をしたり喧嘩をしたりあとは会話をしたり、学生時代の時も同級生たちと議論をしたり喧嘩をしたり会話をしたり、つまりそういうことがずっと積み重なっていって今になってくれるかなと思います。
And of course, it wasn't all good along the way, whether it was back when I was a student or once I was working as an animator. I had debates and fights and discussions with all my colleagues, but I think that all helped me mature as a person and as an animator.
以上です。
Fantastic. Well, kudos to you as creators. You've shown us that anything is possible if you look and listen. The message of Magic Candies and the message of your wonderful careers. We're so grateful to you. Thank you so much for being here with us. And they'll also be out in the lobby. We know you have more questions and you'll get to connect with them. So thank you, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We know it's only the start of Magic Candies' journey as a world premiere, and we wish you so much luck with it.
Enjoy the festival.